It's going all the way down. All right, when I say all the way down, I mean all the way down. The brother of the night is on the line with us right now. It's going all the way down, man. Brother Amin Rachid, how you feeling, my dude?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling real good. Good, good. You know, it's like hot tonight. You know what I'm saying? It feels real good, man. Good vibe, good energy. Ready to do this.
That's what
Let
I'm talking
people
about.
know some consciousness, brother.
Yeah, man. Look, and before we get too far removed, because I know we have a lot of things to discuss tonight, but I wanna take the time out to step aside and give you the floor, man, and just introduce yourself to the world right now.
What's up? What's up, everybody? It's Amin, AminRachid, Amin Rachid, real MC, giving you real consciousness, something different from your mind. If I figure if I'm saying it, it's got to bring heart to you. It's got to make you think. We don't think no more, so that's my job. Make you think again, make you feel again, make you know who you are as a person. Let you know how to love a lady, make you know how to respect yourself and that lady. Let you know that you are kings, let you know that you're gods, you're goddesses. Let you know that you are truly loved. That's what I'm all about.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Oh man, oh man. So with that personality already, and with those words of wisdom, just on the introduction, I gotta ask, man, where's your origin? Where's your origination, man? Where are you from? Where do you come from?
I'm from the BX, my brother, BRONX, the Bronx, where hip hop was started. I go back to Kool Herc and the Herculoids, Grand Wizard Theodore, Grandmaster Flash. I go back that far. I mean, I go back to 1520 Cedric Ave. I go back when hip hop was in the creation mode. I go back when we said something, when we make two EmCee sound like one. That's where my heart is. I want to say this: hip hop is not a game; it's an art. It's an art that's been fought for many years, and the vibe that I'm hearing now. Not with too much, but I give it its love. But when you get something from me, you're going to get something from the heart. You're going to get real hip-hop. You're not going to be disappointed. Believe that. It's from my heart.
Oh, that's dope. That's super duper dope, man. And you say he's like coming from the Bronx. I gotta ask you about something, man. We have some brothers from the New Bronx City movement on. Brother My Son, brother Dice Peso, brother Cy Castro, brother Wave Blaze. Man, we had them all on the air, and it's like fulfilling, because this was all this year. And we said, like we're going to have a big closing out at the end of the year. And here we are in November, and we got brother Amin Rachid from the Bronx on the station with us. That's a big thing right there. That's a super duper big.
Something, I mean, well, we got to let you know, where hip-hop, heart is, where originally started from. A lot of people don't know the history of hip-hop. Hip-hop has a deep, deep history. I mean, I remember when brothers, were climbing up on light poles trying to attach their wires to the light poles and getting electrocuted. I mean, people really, when I say die for this art, die for this art. This is not something that was just born overnight. It took time. I remember when our teachers used to say this would never amount to anything. Look at it now. It's a billion-dollar entity. It's corporate America. It's structured. It's a whole culture. As Chris say, it's a whole culture. That's my boy, KRS-One. This culture right here can enlighten you. If you let it enlighten you, it can enlighten you what's going on right now. Like Wu-Tang said, if you get where we're coming from, you listen to where we're coming from, you'll know what's coming. You'll know what's coming up. You'll know exactly what's coming up. We are definitely here to bring you into the know.
That's what's up. I mean, you dropped a couple like specific names. I mean, you mentioned the KRS-Ones, you mentioned the Wu-Tang clans. So I gotta ask you, in your music world, what inspires you and what drives you to do music?
My brother, I'm a soul person. I'm a jazz person. I love people like Art Blakely, John Coltrane. My heart goes out to like Miles Davis. Brothers like that. But in hip hop, the brother that I stood on the stage with at one time, Rock Kemp. My brother can rock. All right, we call him the one. I mean, I haven't heard anybody out here right now that can still touch his microphone. That's what I said. You got to make it. You got to make it so that people can understand what you're saying. You just got to be clearable. If you want people to rock with you, at least let them know what you're saying and where it's coming from your heart.
Right.
If you're gonna bounce with it, bounce with it.
That's dope. That's dope. You know, we talking about KRS-One's, Rakim, Wu-Tang. I mean, this right here is super duper dope, man. So as an artist in his own lane doing music, what can you say that they've contributed to you as an artist?
Really, KRS-One, we come around the same time, but Rakim, what I can say, he taught knowledge, man. He took you beyond his hemisphere. You know, he took you out in the galaxy. You know, he made you think about what you're doing, how you're doing it. You know, and that's my whole aspect of writing. When I write, if I'm writing a song, I want to take you. I don't want you to sit there and just bob your head. I appreciate that, but I want you to think about what I'm saying. I really, really, really want you to try to get into what I'm saying, because I'm gonna do it in code. So you can say you heard that song, but you're gonna rewind it back. You're gonna rewind it back because you want to catch everything that I'm saying. It'll make you think. It'll make you jump. You're like, wow, yeah, that was deep. You know, if I can do that, I said I accomplished my mission. You know, I mean, I have to say I rock like that. You know, I mean, I cannot just say cars and girls and all that stuff. You know, that makes the, you know, that's nonsense to me, be honest with you. I want something that's gonna make you think. I want something that's gonna also make your head bob also. You know, our culture in a whole, just like the jazz culture. I'm just saying, like the jazz culture for a few minutes. When jazz was really, really hot, when it was really, really kicking, when they were doing things off the Richter scale, off the scale period, we were really vibing to them and so forth and so on. But then when we stopped, they went overseas, and they really wanted music. That's where it comes from, music.
Wow.
Now, same thing in hip hop now. They really want our art over in Europe.
Right.
I mean, my
Big
boy
time.
KRS-One, he's selling out stadiums in Europe. Here, where it actually originated and it was done, they don't want to think no more. You know, and this is a culture, man. This is our culture. As Chris said, you are hip-hop. I'm hip-hop. Not one person is hip-hop. Hip-hop is a culture. It's rhyming, it's graffiti, it's dancing, it's breaking, it's business, it's entrepreneurship. You know, get up and do what you got to do. Be the king at what you do. Make it strong, and you definitely will survive in this world. You don't have to worry about nobody else, because you doing you, and that's what's important. You doing you.
Wow.
Knowing who you are.
Wow. So with that being said, man, and I can definitely say that on the back end of it, I've heard the music before we played it on air. I know we were premiered Black Miniskirt a couple weeks ago, but tonight is like your night and your moment, so we shining the spotlight on you. But with that being said, you being in your own lane, all right, and you having that inside information, that firsthand knowledge of how hip-hop is being treated and being perceived across the world. Where are you most comfortable with this hip-hop?
I'm most comfortable right now where I'm a knowledge, as I would say, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, the 3 sevens.
Nice.
You understand.
Nice.
You understand the 3 sevens, and you'll understand 9.
Right.
Because 9 is completion of everything. 9 is an element. It's in everything. Everything living. It's 9. That's what the album is actually called To the Ninth Power. Because 9 is an element. It's in trees. It's in you. It's in me. It's in everything that's living.
Right.
So when you understand the elements in geography, and when you understand geometry, which is the highest science, you understand exactly where I come from. You understand exactly where I'm going. You understand how it can help you as an individual. My hip-hop is going to be in the lane of its own. I don't boast myself, but I'm not trying to be like anybody else. We have too much of that as it is now. Everyone is sounding just like everybody. I will never sound like anybody else. Everything on what I do and how I put it across every track will be different. Everything will be different. And you'll never know how I'm coming at you. I'm always going to like, wow, you did that? You know, so my thing is to keep you on the edge of your seat. You know, when you go to a movies and you're sitting at the edge of your seat, that's a good movie. But if you're just sitting back, just chilling, laying back, and you know what's going to come next. You know what's going to come next. Nah. I want to keep you at the edge of your seat. Even when I give shows, you don't ever sleep on me, because you never know what I'm going to pull out my hat. You never know what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. You know, so I'm always going to keep you on the edge. That's my whole game. Keep you straight on the edge at all times.
That's dope. That's dope. I mean, my man said knowledge, wisdom, power. I mean, we talking about only 5% of the nation can understand that. You feel me?
Yes, you're right.
This is where we are with that. All right. So we definitely got to get to some music, but I want to talk about two songs. The first two songs we're gonna play before we get into them, just to kind of prep everybody for what they're about to be hit over the head with. And like I say, I've heard the Judas, I've heard the Black Mini Skirt. I had a chance to preview. I Bring the Fire. I had a chance to preview Our Time to Shine, but I want you to talk about these two songs, Our Time to Shine and I Bring the Fire. Let us know where these songs originated and how did you feel when these songs were finally done recording and mixed and mastered?
Myself, when we were doing I Bring the Fire, I wanted to come across, because every MC, you got to have a battle song, but I want to bring in the battle song of intellect. I want to bring you, I want you to understand what type of brother is coming at you. So when I say I bring the fire, I'm bringing your mental capacity where it hasn't been gone in a long time. Anyone can sit down and write a rhyme, but I want to bring something that's going to make you, like I said, make you think. I want you to see that everybody in the art of hip hop is not a drug seller. We don't all come from that life. We got to sell drugs. That's a cop out. Be honest with you, that's a straight up cop out, because I come from the rawest city, which is New York City, and the Bronx, when Bronx was really raw. And I didn't choose that path, and a lot of other brothers that I know did not choose that path. So it's all the way up to the individual. So who you are is who you want to be. And if and I say that in a form was bring your best foot forward, bring a positive, because listen, you are about a nation. You're not just about yourself. Anytime someone look at us, they're looking at a whole entire nation. So and I always keep that in my mind. So I Bring the Fire is basically letting you know we're not short. We're coming with the roughness. We're coming with true words. We're coming with true hip hop, and that's where I Bring the Fire came from.
That's dope. That's dope. And then we talking about Our Time to Shine.
Our Time to Shine. All the pioneers of hip hop that never got their props before. You heard about, you've heard about Diddy. You've heard about LL Cool J. You've heard about Run DMC, but people don't hear about Charlie Chase. People don't hear about Peter, who brought the Northeast Bronx. And people don't hear about Grand Wizard Theater, who actually made the first scratch. If it wasn't for Grand Wizard Theater, we wouldn't have the scratch. People don't even know that Grandmaster Flash he made a mixer out of a light switch. That's where the first mixer came from. They don't know that history. So I'm bringing it to you. The first MC to ever touch the mic, the first female ever MC to touch the mic was Shara. You talking about someone that can rhyme? That girl can rock. She was in a group called Funky 4 Plus One More. So I'm trying to bring a lot of history that people don't hear, that don't know about our art and how it came about, and who were the first ones on the wheel of steel. The first one to ever get a record deal on a major label was Curtis Blow on Mercury Records. All these facts I'm trying to pull out. Spoonie G. You say who that now? Who is that? But this brother was rocking hard. So my idea was to give everybody that never got their props, give them their props. And there's so many, you can't call them all. That's why I say at the end, if I didn't call your name, I loved you, because you can't say them all. But I said as much as I possibly could. We had people that protect us, Zulu Nation. Okay, we had Casanovas. We've had so many people. We have had so many entities in the music world to really recognize hip hop in the very, very first beginning. I mean, Bronx River Projects is where Zulu Nation started at. Casanovas, down 120th down in Simpson Street. Trying to bring out the information that people don't know. So maybe if they know the information, maybe they can respect the culture. They can respect the art of hip hop. They can see it's not a game. They can see that a lot of people have paved the way to give them what they have now. So that's where that song comes from. our time to shine. Because some of them are living, some of them are not living. But still in all, they are still part of the architecture